tó èèyàn mi nílé ẹ káàbọ̀ ṣe dáadáa ní ṣàlàáfíà ni mo bá gbogbo yín. Actually ṣe rí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ITELEDICON àti AUSTINE EMMANUEL oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn ló ń sọ̀rọ̀, and people now it's evidence that people are taking sides. Even àwọn tí ò take sides lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn gan, àwọn èèyàn tún feel pé bóyá wọ́n take side, you know. It's all about analysis, and we are trying to see it based on what we feel. No personal intention, nothing. No, nothing like that. Not that we are ambino abi anifeyan kan jenikan lo. No. Now, I'll still talk about that because something came up that we need to actually look at it together. But then, KUNLE AFOD ṣe nǹkan kan recently, and mọ̀ pé onínúure ọlọ́kànre òní KUNLE AFOD by helping and supporting all these our OGs in Nollywood industry, our veterans. So something that came up that I want us to, one of the OGs, they want sorrow, and it touch heart me, and I want to share it with you guys before Katolo sorrow Itele at Austin. Now let me read this for us, guys. Ogao, so few months ago, I sat down with my wife and was telling her how I needed money to fix something in our house. If I could get job from my colleagues to appear on their location, so I could get money to fix something in our house. It was as if God Almighty was with us when we were discussing that night. The following day, I sat down in my living room. That is why most times, Mwashi continue. That's why most times, oda ki èèyàn máa fẹnu èèyàn sọ nǹkan re. You know, kì í ṣe pé kí èèyàn máa face challenges kankan ní kí èèyàn máa ní pé báwo ni life ṣe wá rí. No, why not just say that Ọlọ́run kò bá máa dà kí n kàn rẹ́ nìkan tí ó fún mi ní owó báyìí ní ọ̀la, tí ó bá mi yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní ọ̀la, kò bá máa dà. Like, you just be positive with whatever you are saying. Now, I just continue. The following day, I sat down in my living room, and all of a sudden, a lot came into my phone. When I checked it, it was a huge amount of money. I screamed, and I immediately called my wife to come see something. When she saw it, she was shocked, and she told me it could be a mistake from somebody. She told me I should quickly transfer the money into her account in case the owner of the money comes asking for his or her money. I immediately told her no, wouldn't bank check the movement of the money from my account to her own account. I told her we should relax. If the owner calls, we will gladly refund it because it was much and I wasn't even expecting such amount of money. Àwọn ìyá wa normally owó yẹn wọlé ọmọ owó yẹn Ọlọ́run ló fi ṣàánú fún wa tá a gbàdúrà lánàá ti bá mi ìdánwò Ọlọ́run ló pèsè owó yẹn fún wa get me but bàbá yẹn ní pé irọ́ o kì í ṣe nǹkan báyẹn. So after some minutes I received another message. When I checked, I discovered it was from KUNLE AFOD, and he asked me if I have received an alert. I said yes. I asked him who owns it, and he told me it was mine. That's some good Samaritans asked him to give me. I was perplexed. I don't even know how to pray for KUNLE AFOD and his supporters. I can't even mention the amount of the money, but I am still surprised. God bless KUNLE AFOD. And up to today, he hasn't even made it public. KUNLE is really taking care of we, the elderly people in the movie industry. And Enito Sorry is actor Musiliu Dasofunjo. I'm really happy for this development. For real. I mean, for him to help the OGs, I want to dagba nínú movie industry. It's a good thing to do, for real. And it is just a blessing and a prayer for him too. Doing this to these people, good things is coming to him too. And that is what it should be happening in any sector. In any sector, àwọn tó bá jẹ́ àgbà sí èèyàn níbi téèyàn bá ti ń ṣiṣẹ́, ó yẹ kéèyàn máa pọ́n wọn lé, kó máa fún wọn ní respect. You know, whatever it is, even in the Christendom or Muslim kini or Ifá, àwọn tó bá jẹ́ àgbà, ẹ jẹ́ ká respect wọn. That's why tó ń sọ pé ó dáa kéèyàn máa bọ̀wọ̀ fágbà. Ẹ bá bọ̀wọ̀ fágbà náà lèèyàn náà fi máa dàgbà, orí yẹn náà fi máa pẹ́ ní ayé. You understand? Okay, so let's move to Austin and ọ̀rọ̀ Itele. Now, let me just start from somewhere. Someone said this, Ọba Obìnrin, ó sọ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Now 3 things ni mo fẹ́ jẹ́ ká look at lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn méjèèjì, but this person said this. He said, why is Austin deceiving himself? He can never make it again, and he goes back until he go back to his wife and apologize. Why is he dragging Itele, and why are some people dragging Aisha Raji? These people are not his common problem. Austin is the architect of his own problem, and until he apologizes before he can rise again. How can a man abandon his wife and children at home and follow another woman, and they both started living together? I so much see how Aisha denied you, people and serve him, right? Blah, blah, blah. Let's leave that aside. Well, the thing is this, I don't agree with that statement actually, but then it is good for ẹni tó ti lọ astray, you understand, should come back home and do the right thing. Tomba ma loba family one, if he feels that it's good for him to go back to the wife, and the wife agrees that can't come back, yeah, that is fine. But he cannot make it until no, he will make it. If he knows, if he how will I put it now? Tomba farabalẹ̀, tomba pé okay, nǹkan tí mo ṣe ó wrong. Kan wá tọrọ fún àforíjìn lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ọba òun ló ń fún yàn láforíjìn, àbí báwo mo ṣe pùtẹ̀, òun ló ń dáríjìn gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ àti àṣedédé ènìyàn. So kò sẹ́ni tí ò ní kùdìẹ̀kùdìẹ̀ títí wọn nìyẹn. Tán bá dẹ̀ ṣe tán láti padà sọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run máa foríjìn wọn. You understand? Now, this is another second write-up I saw. This person said, that is Awelewa Odita. He said, 15 years ago, I went to a movie location, and the people there were so happy to see me. They hugged and greeted me. Then I saw Austin Emmanuel, even though I had seen his picture before, because he was one of the top actors reigning that time. But we had never been on the same movie set. I was so happy to see him, and I greeted him. He answered me casually with attitude. As I turned back to leave, he said, "Kí ló ń ṣe eléyìí? Níbo ló ń lọ? Àbí eléyìí ya wèrè ni?" He then gave me a dirty slap. I was shocked because I didn't do anything to him. Well, for him to say that and acted that way, there must be an action before that. There must be a reaction before action. You understand? So I don't believe that before he talks that way. But that means he needs to check himself. He needs to check himself. That's all I can say in this way. Now, let's continue. Everyone around was surprised, and they were like, what did she do? That incident really hurt me, and I told my God that Austin would never use that hand to do anything good again. Why will you do that? Why will you say that? That is ibiti motini kinini. Tẹ́nìkan bá ṣe nǹkan kan fún ẹ tí tó bá dùn ẹ́, o ò nídìí kó fẹnu ṣépè àbí kó ṣe kinní kan, and now you are coming out boldly saying that you said that. Like, are you happy that you are saying that? Just look at that. Now, he will use that hand to destroy everything he has granted in his life. I can never forget that day. Up till now, some ladies are still being slapped by top actors. I would like Mr. Latin to address the issue of slapping. It is totally wrong. The movie industry is deeper than you think. Of course, the movie industry is deeper than what we think, because it's just that we are trying to, in the movie industry, one try to replicate what the reality of things. Okay, just look at it. Whenever they are doing all these dark movies, all these traditional, whatever, sometimes, or let me use sometimes, those things are reality that they put together and package into fiction. So fictions can also turn to reality if they are not careful. And these movie things, it is deeper than what we are saying. So I don't think any actor or actress should be slapping anybody to back carry someone because of what. You too, I know most of them, you will say that but let me know I've heard mo face a lot of things so you also now want those people to face a lot of challenges before they get to that top. No, now we should try to help anybody that want to movie industry young people that they are succeeding there. Most of them who bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti pé wọ́n ṣeré pé wọ́n lọ sí theatre. Ìsídà kò yẹ pé bóyá wọ́n ṣe comedy tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, tàbí kò yẹ pé wọ́n rí wọn lórí street, popular celebrities kan wá mú wọn, òun náà sọ wọ́n di celebrity do that ẹ mọ nǹkan tí mò ń sọ. So that is how most of them are coming in now. Don't wá pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ new kìíní tán wọ ní theatre, they don't allow them to, you know, get to the top like that. Now, this is the third thing I want to read for us, guys. Oga, no, okay, so this one now is actually by Aisha Raji. She too now, you know, voiced out after the whole thing. Okay, so Austin, tell the world the reason for your downfall. Bring out the evidence that we ever had sex. If you have family issues, don't put your frustration on me. I warned you then not to destroy your marriage because of me when you were chasing me around. To those saying I wanted to be a second wife, how can I be a second wife to a poor man who couldn't even afford to rent a house, a man who never contributed a dime to his wedding, who doesn't know what his kids eat? God will destroy everything that this cost go necessary. I don't know why they cause themselves because of what. You can't even afford a 3-square meal. You were sleeping with different married women and you expect to make it in life. You told producer not to use me in their movies again. It's a karma for you. Must still grant interviews. You said I was having sex with a marketer, Toymax. Did you catch us in bed? Leave me alone. You can't. Let's see. Well, you can't. It is not even good for you to start telling someone that the person cannot make it in life. Why? Why will you say that? Now, a lot of people are bringing out evidence that they know that you guys are together. We're together then. Ìyàwó Austin náà jáde, the same thing náà ló ń sọ. So are you not trying to deny? But anyways, since we don't know, ohun tá ò mọ̀, Ọlọ́run mọ̀. But the major thing is just that, see, this whole thing, sketches of this whole matter should have been curbed if Mr. Austin tí wọ́n bá jáde láti máa sọ gbogbo àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tán sọ yẹn. Now, Itele kò fún yín l'attention. All well and good. Then move on. Forget the whole thing. So I just pray that everything will be sorted. That's all I can say. They are matured minds and we don't want this to happen to them or become a journey movie industry. And I believe Chairman, Mr. Latin and other people that all this top they can come together and ensure that kí wọ́n parí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. So anyways, that's all I can say. Ẹ bá mi drop opinion yín lórí nǹkan tẹ́yin bá rò lábára àríwísí lórí ọ̀rọ̀ bó ṣe ń lọ. No personal beef or anything. We are just talking and analyzing based on what we see online and what is happening presently. Bí mo yẹ sọ, ẹ bá wa ju ohun tẹ́ bá lérò sí abala àríwísí. Ire la máa rí, àní rí ìbànújẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.